Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games, rated I, and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Nightshade on the Spectrum, released by Ultimate Play the Game in 1985. I cannot get over, I never realised this. This is only a year after, excuse me, Nightlaw was released. And Nightlaw was clearly developed a year or so, at least, before its release date. Anyway, this was also, well, I say also released on, it was ported from the Spectrum to the BBC and the Amstrad, and later on the MSX. A year or so later, and this is not follow-up to Nightlaw. That makes me think, is Nightlaw the last official Saberman game? Don't know. Anyway, this is a game that I had to show if I'm going to talk about the best isometric games on the ZX Spectrum, at least looks wise. I haven't actually done a gameplay of this before, which is quite surprising. I must have confused it with Gunfry, which is quite similar, but this got absolutely immense reviews back in the day, mainly because of how impressive the game engine is. It's an advanced, tweaked version of the original Nightlaw game engine, Nightlaw in '88, which was Filmation, and this is Filmation 2. Yeah, why not name it something fantastic there, hey, Ultimate. Now, most people gave this fantastic reviews. Its box art is absolutely banging, check it out. But there was always one person, wasn't there, who said it's too similar to its predecessors, which is, what, because it's 3D? Because I don't think it is. I mean, you get attacked, you have to find stuff and stuff like that, but the game engine way surpasses screen by screen exploration, because you essentially walk around a scrolling village, or at least very small town. So, in this game, you are a knight who visits a plague-infested village, ironically called Nightshade, to fight, kill, vanquish 4 demons, which will appear at the bottom of your HUD. To do so, you must find 4 enchanted objects, which is a Bible, a crucifix, a hammer, and an hourglass. Each demon is susceptible to one, and specifically one. How you fight them, I don't know, because as a kid, it was another example of a game that I loved. We had a pirated version of this. I loved, but could do fuck all in because it's quite hard, and just used to enjoy wandering around, particularly because, unlike its original game, it is essentially a scrolling world. Now, the entire inhabitants of Nightshade have been infected with vampirism and other ghoulish afflictions. So once you touch them, they will start draining your energy. Once they start draining your energy, the sprite's colour will change as well. So basically, you have to get into the game and you have to locate all 4, this is what I can tell, items. And then you have to hunt down the demons one by one, and once you find them, you have to fight them using the applicable object. How you do such, don't know, because you have rotate left, rotate right, and fire. That's it. There is no jump here, for you do not need the jump. I'm assuming you don't need to pick up. I had a very quick look at the instructions on World of Spectrum, and they were an actual scan of the original box art. So yeah, let's get into this. Once again, I'm going to try it with directional control, but I'm not expecting it to do absolutely bugger all, but hey. There we go. It's a 48k game only. I can kind of let it off because even though it's 1985, we don't know if it came out before or after the Toast Rack was released, but that's not going to affect its graphics. 0. Right, so to the left of me, that big pink thing, that was awkward. Right, N is rotate clockwise, M is rotate anti-clockwise. Yeah, that big, that's, I think that's when you get, see I've changed colour. That's health. Good to know you got health. Hey, so there's colour in the background as well. Those fuckers following me. But the attribute clash seems to be handled quite nicely. You can go inside, and I'm dead. So anyway, bottom left hand corner. Yeah, so that pink thing is for your holy weapons, I imagine. Do you only get a certain number of each one? Do you swap between them? Don't know. So I'm in a building. I'm out of the building. fuck, it's hard. Bottom left hand corner is my lives underneath the score. I just realised that when I loaded this in, and it gave me an option in some language I could not understand, and I just simply pressed yes, because, you know, when someone asks you questions you don't understand them, if you're English you just press yes. What's the worst that could happen? In this case, nothing, because these, I wish they would reverse the clockwise and anti-clockwise. They've got them ass backwards and it makes things really fucking irritating. But yeah, underneath my lives and my score, to the right of that are the 4 different plagues. So what? Death, famine, fire, fear and mortis. I may have blended some of them with the dark judges, but you know what I mean. And then to the right of that is compass direction, which tells me the direction I need to go in, presumably to find said plague. Now here's the thing where this makes it a much better game engine over the original Nightlaw, is the fact that you're walking around, it's not screen by screen, you're walking around a scrolling, fully envisioned village, because the graphics are, let's get closer to a building, absolutely lovely. These controls are shit. All you had to do was reverse them or let me define my controls. It's 1985, I should be allowed to define my controls, you cheap bastards. And this would have been a $9.99 game on, but yeah, look at that. So it scrolls. Fuck it. And you can go inside buildings. Once you're inside buildings, walls will disappear to allow you to see. In fact, look at the character sprite as well, he's really nice. They disappear in that direction, so you can see the character. So, complaints about, you know, these fucking controls. Complaints about the original sort of isometric 3D, hiding what you're being able to see or do. I'm fucking glad I got extra lives. Infinite lives. I'm immortal. I'm now a god fighting the plagues. Yeah. So therefore, you know, the backgrounds or the foregrounds obstruct what you're doing. Well, they're completely removed by this. So anyone who says I don't like isometric games because I can't see what I'm doing, play this. You probably still won't like it because it's balls hard. And these tank controls, because they've got clockwise and anti-clockwise ass backwards, are a complete fucking pain in the ass. But graphics aside, I never remembered it being coloured. Weird. Right, there we go. Right, I'm trying to... Oh, that was an enemy. Even though it was completely stationary. Oh, look at him. I swear, those little dudes with the arms up, they've pinched from some cartoon. Right, I'm going to follow the direction, if it allows me so. I'm going to assume that's a kill, and not some fetish. Oh, it doesn't do that thing where if you keep walking against the wall... See what I mean about the scenery popping in and out? Yeah, if you keep walking against a wall, it forces you through the door. There's too many enemy. I mean, it's an ultimate game, so they hated you and everyone you cared about. They'd give Capcom a run for their fucking spice and beans, wouldn't they? I have to say the background graphics, like the detail on the buildings, is phenomenals. Right, I really got to concentrate to get my head around clockwise and anti-clockwise. Please let me through the other side of this building, because of course not. There's a Disney cartoon or something. Well, they pinched them off, I know there is. So, it's clearly harder than Nightlaw, and I'll probably revisit Gunfight. That's my favourite Ultimate game after Nightlaw. But it's just they've ramped it up, haven't they? Gunfight's not as hard, definitely. Also, I swear, I don't know, the controls are reversed. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just having a brain fart, maybe I should get a white stick, maybe I'm having a bad day. But I'm not getting on with these direction controls. I did plug my USB joystick in. I'm playing some of my retro games, the Spectrum, so I should have plugged my USB joystick in to see if all my tears would end. Wait. This, I haven't noticed, I've just noticed now. There's stuff stuff's appeared on the left. Is that... I got fire! I knew there was a fire button. It seems to be... I've got ammunition. It seems to be relatively pointless because they constantly respawn once you shot them. It says antibodies in the instruction, as if anyone back then would even know what a fucking antibody is. But how do I build them up? And do and I can't fire. Do you? I mean, if I've got one on the left, then it's at the top of the. Does that give me it? The pink tube. No, that's health. Then I have to fire that one, which means I can only fire that one at the enemy it looks like. Which means therefore I'm essentially being held back in my ability to shoot shit. I mean, talk about overcomplicating the gameplay. Talk about just not fucking cricket. A map would have been nice for this as well. One of those glorious 2-page spreads. Awkward. Back in the day. It would also be nice to have an area of respite. A tavern, if you will. I'm assuming this is like Tudor times. Don't touch that. That's a red herring. I guess the giveaway is there's fucking feet coming out the back. Oh, these fucking controls. Right. No, you should have reversed them. Or that might just be, like I said, my brain having a fartism. Run. I am impressed about him changing colour and the lack of attribute clash. Apologies, Mark. I know you live on the resort in the West Country in this 48k game only. I should get that done as a disclaimer. See what I mean? Like then. I had to wait for him to cross the road. All you had to do was give me proper directional controls, which quotation fingers supposedly I'm using right now, and my fuck ultimate. And then I stand a fucking hell Scooby of avoiding these fucks. Yeah, I'm calling this now. This is very, very impressive. Like, incredibly impressive. You're just going to be a room, aren't you? But, mate, thanks, noisy motorbike bastard. Make no mistake about it. It's too hard for its own fucking good. And Gunfight does more of the same. But, you stand a fucking hell Scooby. I keep forgetting. You don't want to... You're so concentrating on shit not finding your face that you don't notice your pink tube of love filling up. Or at least I don't. But, I mean, balls horrifically gameplay hard aside, this has to be one of the best looking games on the Spectrum. Would I say this is better looking than... Why did the fried eggs go suddenly fucking mental? The Great Escape? Well, yeah, because I don't know if the Great Escape could have done the same thing, but its interiors, this is the point I want to make about being impressive. Its interiors and exteriors exist at the same time. It's like a science show gone mad. But I'm not helping its gameplay, am I? I am aware of that. By A, being shit at it, although in my defence, B, its balls horrifically hard. If I don't talk and concentrate, I'm sure some of you will be very happy about that. I can control it better, but if I don't concentrate, my brain can't remember clockwise from anti-clockwise, because I swear they should be reversed. They may not sound like they should on paper, but once you play this, and the angles of the game, this isometric land of goodness, if you will, or death I should say, they should be reversed. That's my fucking hill, and I'm dying on it. And I'm dying, I am. Or see, I started talking, lost the ability. So, kind of glad it's not a Saberman game, because it means Saberman ends on a high. Again, your mileage may vary, because you might not be shit at this. Oh, run away. They're chasing me. There's certainly a lot going on. And there's no slowdown, or no slowdown as such as I've seen. But yeah. No Commodore 64 version of this, obvious reasons. Weak ass pussy processor that can't do 3D graphics. If you don't like that, tough, that's not playground rules. That's the cold, hard truth of day. Motherfuckers. But yeah, as always, fucking left and right. I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. I'm assuming you're just going to say the same as me, which is too brutally fucking hard. You've only got to see this much of the game and not the title screen because I'm cheating. So whoever put this ROM on my memory stick, thank you very much. Or hack this ROM and then put it on my memory stick, thank you very much, because otherwise this would have got really, really annoying. Shall I visit Gunfight? Hell, shall I visit Pentagram, even though technically it's not and I won't play the game? I don't know. And the later US Gold Ultimate games, which are US Gold games, make no mistake about that, you will see that in the quality difference when you fire them up. They're not Ultimate. They're not Stamper Brother games, I should say. Anyway, trying to hide a stealthy Windy Pops then. As always, at least on Gunfight you can find the first fucking boss incredibly easily, or well, with a modicum of effort. But on this one, fuck it. Fuck them. I had to take out that cunt. Fuck them and those apples. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think, although I'm pretty sure I know what most of you are going to say. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see if I can kill the boot, because, you know, disparaging the boot is a bootable defence. No. Oh, it's speed up. I thought... it killed me because I turned green. Which obviously you turn if you take damage. My bad, the boot is not your enemy. Scratch that, the boot is your friend. Anyway, it's always a lovely thing, especially if you played this back in the day. If there are any recommendations for Ultimate 3D games or any isometric games you'd like me to play, then let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.